Disgust. Make sure Riley stands out today, but also blends in.
When I'm through, Riley will look so good, the other kids will look at their own outfits and barf.
As we see in the first movie, Riley changes into a new person as the film goes on. Although San Francisco isn't her home yet, she must adjust to life in the big city, and from this comes a lot of heightened emotions. When joy and sadness finally figure out that they can't fight this change that Riley is experiencing, it becomes easier for all 5 emotions, but even this isn't enough. As seen in the new trailer, Riley is getting more emotions as she grows, and with more emotions taking over her mind, we could expect to see some of the old ones disappear or be replaced by something else entirely. In today's video, we will be speculating what her emotions could turn into and how them doing so would affect Riley.
Oh, you're not. Coming behind you. Watch out. Watch out.
Yeah!
Number 1. Joy turning into content. Since we know Joy has been around the longest, we can expect the most changes to happen to her. With Riley's childhood happiness disappearing as she grows older, Joy must learn to give up the controls more and more, replacing Riley's happy memories with ones involving every emotion. Even if she can give up her control willingly, we can still expect to see changes happening in the always happy emotion in Riley's mind. We can expect joy to become something closer to content, since Riley will be experiencing joy less and becoming accustomed to her new surroundings rather than being excited by them. Of course, there will always be a place for joy, or we can hope there will be. With her parents being loving and Riley partaking in hockey, which she still enjoys, there are certain moments left in Riley's life where she feels immense joy. We also hope joy will be a constant part of Riley's life, even if she doesn't feel it daily. At the beginning of the first film, we see that nearly every memory Riley makes is positive and stems from joy having control. Near the end, however, this changes as Riley experiences more of her other emotions than ever before. We can expect to see even more of this as she grows up until eventually we see less and less joy and more of her old and new emotions taking control of Riley instead.
This is a monster railing, and we are riding it all the way down.
Number 2. Sadness turns into depression. Since the first film, sadness rarely gets to control Riley or allows her to feel sad because of joy. Because of this, we can expect to see more blue memories made now that Joy has learned to accept sadness for who she is. However, too much sadness could be bad for Riley, and with so much changing in her life, Riley could feel sadder than she ever has. Although sadness is a crucial part of anyone's life, it doesn't mean any one emotion should control Riley forever. If her life changes and future emotions call on sadness to take control, we could expect to see changes happening in her happy-go-lucky personality. With sadness being such a fickle emotion, it wouldn't take much for her to change into something closer to depression. Since we know the new movie is about Riley being older now, there are many reasons for her to feel this way and for sadness to take over as her leading emotion. Depression is something that happens to many people, especially teenagers, and while it's not always an issue, it definitely can change into one later throughout her life. We can only hope this isn't the case for the young girl. Another reason we can expect to see depression become a heavy emotion in Riley is that when we look into her mother's mind, sadness is the one leading the other emotions. This likely means her mother struggles with controlling her sadness as well and may have had her sadness change into depression. Since feelings of sadness run in families, it wouldn't be hard to believe that eventually Riley could be ruled by her sadness just like her mother is.
I wanted to maybe hold me.
Joy!
Whoa. Sadness, you nearly touched a core memory.
Number 3. Fear turning into surprise. Fear is a critical part of anyone's life, especially when you're young. With so many new things happening around you, it's common to become frightened when you experience them for the first time. From babies learning to walk and fall to even Riley's first day of school or hockey, every new event in her life calls for fear in some aspect. We see her fear taking control when joy and sadness aren't there to help, which changes Riley. Not having the other emotions to balance her out is never good. However, now that she's a lot older, things will become less scary since she will have experienced most things before, or she will learn to expect new experiences before they happen. With fear having less of an impact on Riley's life, we can expect to see him change into something different. With so many possible branches of fear, surprise would make the most sense for Riley to experience. Although there will be new experiences and times when Riley feels scared, surprise would be better suited to handling Riley as she gets older. Since she will no longer be scared of experiencing new things, she will feel surprised when changes happen. We can only hope as Riley grows up, she will have fewer reasons to be scared, with loving parents and supportive friends to help her through things. Fear should be something she experiences much less now that she is older. Since we have only seen fear react in ways that make Riley feel bad and give Riley memories that aren't great to look back on, surprise could be different. An emotion such as surprise could give her memories she will enjoy looking back on, like meeting someone new or opening something surprising for the holidays she cherishes from then on.
Very nice. Okay, looks like you got this. Very good. Oh, that's her turn. Ah, look out!
That's fear. He's really good at keeping Riley safe.
Number 4. Disgust turns into distrust. At the end of the first film, we see that Disgust has made more memories with Riley than ever before. We can expect this to happen because she is having so many new experiences in San Francisco, and her experiences aren't something she enjoys. As Disgust says, when looking at the new islands, she thinks the Fashion Island is the best. This means that when Riley sees outfits she dislikes, she likely feels disgusted when looking at them. Although with what we already know about the girl, we can expect as she settles into her new city and her new life, she will begin to feel less disgusted as she adjusts. This could mean a lot for the girl's future, and we could expect Disgust to change into something else. With so many new friends and people to meet as she joins a new school and new groups, it makes sense why Disgust and Fear work together. Disgust's one job is to make sure Riley fits in and doesn't get hurt by her peers. But a better way to do this would be by changing into an emotion closer to distrust. Distrust could keep Riley on edge when meeting new people or experiencing new things, so she stays safe. This could help her fit in better while being positive her new friends deserve her trust and that Riley doesn't end up getting hurt by the new people she decides to hang out with.
We want to be friends with them.
Let's go talk to them.
Are you kidding? We're not talking to them. We want them to like us.
Number 5. Anger turning into contempt. In a similar way that sadness changes as Riley grows older, we can expect to see the same from anger. Since anger was the emotion that caused Riley to run away, we can see that she takes this emotion seriously and allows him to change her mind about things quickly. If she continues to let anger decide things for her, it would make sense for these emotions to change into something more powerful, especially as life changes continue to happen and become more frequent. Anger could turn into contempt if Riley isn't careful at controlling her emotions. Allowing this change to happen could easily change her into a completely different person, while becoming someone even her emotions don't recognize. Another reason we can expect this to be the case is that when we see into her father's mind, we see that anger controls him, and when his daughter doesn't listen, he eventually becomes angry and yells at her. At the same time, Riley's anger is in control and argues back with him. If this continued to be the case and anger had the most power over Riley, it could affect her personality and relationship with the people around her, such as her parents. As we await the release of the second movie, fans are to speculate what kind of changes we can expect to see once the film hits the big screen. With so many possibilities, it's hard to imagine every possible outcome, but Riley's emotions will change. We can only hope the 5 emotions we've come to care for remain once the film ends, and they have learned to coexist with the new ones while accepting the changes they will be going through. Unfortunately, we can only know once the movie releases, and until then, we are excited to keep speculating more to come.
Mom! Dad! Come kiss me goodnight.
I know.
Be right there.
You got to land this.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
I know, we all know the song. Okay, yeah, real catch.
Hey, what do you think? Should we do it?
Yeah.